Hello YouTube, now it's time for another little thing I want to do on this channel where I repair cameras, because I have a few cameras in my collection that don't work 100%, and of course I always find things at thrift stores that really don't work at all. So trying to figure out how they work and trying to repair them is a lot of the fun I get out of film photography. And so today we're going to hopefully fix a camera. This is something that is actually a little bit out of my comfort zone. This is a Argus Casina 704 movie camera, and I know nothing about analog movie making, even though I know a lot about 35mm and 120 still photography cameras. So what we're hopefully going to do today is see if we can get this thing working. If you can believe it, I found this at a Goodwill last weekend for only $3, and it's in pretty good condition. I mean, I do the once over in the store. You know, the lens looks clear. I can see through the viewfinder, which is pretty cool. I didn't know it's actually like an SLR, so you are actually looking through the lens when you're looking through the viewfinder way back here. The compartment where the film goes, which you open like this, that compartment is very clean. Looks perfect, really. Other than that, I really don't know anything about these analog movie cameras. So let's see if we can get it to work. It has an auto mode, so I'm assuming that means it has to have a light meter, because there's a battery test in this old school analog like battery needle. So there has to be a battery in here, and it has to be big enough to power the film, because there's no crank. So this is a fully powered camera. It even has power zoom on the lens, which is pretty fancy. So we'll have to see if we can get this thing to work. It says manual up here, but what's weird is this knob doesn't click into manual. It just smoothly rotates. It does make a click at off, and it does make a click at auto. So hopefully that doesn't mean the manual part is broken. Maybe that's something else we'll have to look at. Now, for all the world though, this looks like where you'd put a coin cell battery. In the store I tried to open this and I couldn't get I can't get this open, okay? I'm gonna throw away my man card here. This is stuck, which probably means the battery's exploded in there, which is another great thing we'll have to try to fix. So, this time I brought in some help, and I'm going to see if I can get this off. Hey, I got it. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, here. Alright, moment of truth. Yeah, oh, yep, there's our Mercury battery of doom. Oh, yep, there's some oxidation on there too. Fantastic. Well, good thing I brought a napkin. Oh man. There's a little bit. It's not that bad. Let's see if I can get you a closer look there. There's a little bit of gross crustiness where the battery has leaked. Yeah, let's put that over there. And there's a little bit of crustiness in there. This part looks fine. I don't see anything on this. So obviously we'll have to throw a battery in there and see how it looks. First we'll have to clean it out. So let me go get my supplies for scrubbing this out, and we'll get going on this. Since this is mercury and quite horrible, what I've done is I've gone and just washed this in some water and dried it off. Then I've got a damp paper towel, and I'm going to try to get all the crustiness out from the battery compartment without actually touching any of it with my hand, because that would be pretty bad. Let's try to dig in the corners there with the pliers. Okay, and then dry it off. Alright, that looks just fine. Good news is it doesn't look like a lot of corrosion has actually stuck onto the little metal terminal in here. And it also doesn't really look like this whole thing around it, which looks like part of the circuit board, has really been attacked by the corrosion either. So those are both good signs. Before I try another battery though, I'm going to use this awesome stuff, which works really well. It's called Deoxit, and it does exactly what it says. It's supposed to clean contacts and things without damaging plastic. So I'm going to put just a little bit in here, and this is a new bottle of it, so I got to snip the end off. Did I get it? No. Snip the end off and give it a little dab on the contact in the middle there. And then on the spring. And probably around here, because this is where the contact in here touches the body of the camera. Okay, this stuff's a little bit expensive, but a little bottle will last you for a long time. Okay, just give that a wipe again. Wipe this. Okay, now let's test it with a new battery, I think. Fortunately, I have one of these lying around from another camera. This is called a wine cell. This is a replacement for the Mercury battery. So let's put this in and see what happens. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, the battery test light is still not going, so that's not a good sign. It's on too, I guess I have it in auto. How about manual? Wherever manual is. Nope. I'm gonna look through the viewfinder. Oh wait, yes. Excellent. Okay, this is just with my cell phone shooting into the viewfinder. You can see what I'm talking about with the numbers in the upper corner. That shows you what aperture it's going to select, because you can see as I start to move it towards the dark area, it goes down. F4, go in the bright area, goes back up. So that's working fine. The viewfinder, okay, so that's working. The viewfinder seems to be doing something. I'm gonna switch it off. Yeah, perfect, okay. So, I don't know if this battery test is broken or something, but in the viewfinder there's a little dial in the corner that tells you what aperture it's gonna select. And now it's actually selecting it. Fine, I think I'll show you that later, but it's spinning when I point at bright lights in the room. So that seems to be working. Of course, that means that something else is going on. Maybe, well, it has to have another battery somewhere, because to have power zoom and stuff, you're not going to power that off of this little battery. So there has to be another battery hidden in this camera somewhere. There's not really anything else. So you think there'd be another battery right here when you open this or something. What's this? Oh, hold on. Huh? Oh yeah, so it has this nifty handle. And there you go. So there's another battery compartment. Great. Now we got to figure out what the heck is supposed to go in here. 9 volt maybe? I'm gonna do some Googling before I take a look at this, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I did some Googling, and there's supposed to be 4 AA batteries that fit in here somehow, but there's only 2 contacts, so that means there must have been some cartridge that held the 4 batteries and connected there. So obviously, since I don't have one of those, in the meantime we're going to have some fun and try to test it with just some other batteries I have lying around. Now I do conveniently have this CR2 battery, which is 6 volts, which is the same as 4 AA's. And I got 2 alligator clips here, so let's just try to do that. If I can even get my alligator clips in here. Come on. Okay, there's one. There's the other one. I still have the camera switched on. And then we'll just touch the batteries to the battery terminals to there. I don't think putting it the wrong direction will kill it, because this is not that much voltage. Okay, I'm holding the terminals on. I'm going to pull the trigger. Okay, nothing, I don't think. Let me try again. Nope, let me flip battery. Look at that, it works. Excellent. Can I see anything in the lens? I see something moving in there. Can I run it with the back open? Yep, I see something going there. I'm gonna hold it up to see. Cool, so yeah, I can see the lens opening, so I can see through the lens in there. And then in the viewfinder must be magical, because the viewfinder doesn't look like you're taking pictures. I wonder if it's a semi-translucent mirror or something. Anyways, that's pretty cool. It seems like it all works. Let me just flip through the different shutter speeds here. I don't know what this is, really for, but the shutter speed's actually in feet per second. So let's try the slow one, 12. If I can get my batteries. Oh, my alligator clip came undone. Okay, 12. 18, I guess. This is very awkward. 18? Come on. 18. That's faster. 24. That's a whirlwind of noise. Okay, great. So, we know exactly what we need to get this working. Now the question is if I can find on the internet a battery holder that goes in here and holds some AA batteries. So, I'll be back with that. What's up, guys? About a week has passed since the previous video, and I went straight on Amazon.com and searched 4 AA battery holder and just scrolled down, and right there, a few items down, I found this, and it just came in the mail today, so let's take a look. As you can see, it does have 4 AA batteries, and it's in a square because I think that's what'll fit inside this. And it has 9 volt battery terminals on the end. And so that doesn't really make much sense because it's not equal to 9 volts. But because these two stick out, I wonder if it'll fit perfectly and touch those 2 contacts in there. Of course, there's only one way to find out, so I'm really excited. Oh no. Really? Really, so this would be pretty much perfect in every regard. It would always contact it. It's loose in here, but it would touch the terminals no matter what. But, of course, it's too wide by, like, nothing, by 0.5 millimeter. It's too wide. Can I just, like, shove it in? There, I guess I've shoved it in. I guess I'll have to see if batteries will still fit if I do that. Can I close it? Okay, I can close it. Now I can't get it out to put some batteries in. Oh no. Alright, pliers are still sitting here, so. Okay, there we go. Let me go get some AA batteries. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's give this a shot. Embarrassingly, that took quite a few minutes to find batteries. I had 2 left in the drawer, but I needed 2 more, and so it turns out I had to steal them from my Minolta Maxim 7 from the battery grip. But, well, this will just be a test for now anyway, until I get some film. Okay, now hopefully this package will still fit inside the battery compartment, even though it was a tight fit last time. Okay, I have shoved it in. Let's see if it closes. Kind of. It's all metal. I don't think I'll break it by doing this, but there, I've had to pinch it. Tiny. It kind of feels like I've shoved them in there, but the most important thing though is let's see if it works. It does. Excellent. Let's see if you can look down there so you can take a look yourself. It's really hard to tell, but it is moving in there. So you can see, I guess this probably advances the film on the side here. It spins around. And there's some sort of mechanism moving inside there. And then high gear. Excellent. So I guess that's all I can really talk about now. Oh wait, let's see if the battery test light works now. Oh, it does. Excellent. So it's supposed to be good if it's, you can see the red line. Excellent. So we know this camera works. That's excellent. Well, at least it seems to work. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately, all it needed was some batteries. I just realized, actually, one thing else we can test is the power zoom. Let's try that. You turn it on. Oh, check that out. Oh, how cool is that? It sounds really, really weak. That's the slowest zoom ever. The best part, it doesn't stop. Once it gets to the end, you can still kind of like push it. Oh man, that's terrible. That's horrible. I hope there's not something else wrong with it making it so slow, unless that's just as fast as they could get it back in the day. Can it run the film and do that at the same time? Okay, the power draw from the film wind doesn't seem to make this run any slower, but that's hilarious. Also makes a heck of a racket. It's a good thing this isn't a sound capturing Super 8 camera, or all you'd hear all day is this. Oh, fantastic. All right, well, I'll have to order some film online and then, you know, find something worthwhile to shoot with it. But that's about it for now. Thank you for watching. And it's almost kind of a shame there wasn't more to try to repair on this, at this point at least. But at the same time, this is really all it takes with some old cameras. It just takes changing a few batteries in the battery compartments. That's always an issue I see. That's all it takes, and you have a perfectly working camera for $3, hopefully. We'll have to test it at a later time. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.